All right.
Real quick. We doing the list, right?
I don't have any honorable mentions, by the way. Let me borrow that pen.
We can do the list.
Okay.
I just split it up or something.
Well, I thought you were going to
What?
cut this. I sneak this.
Oh, it don't matter. I'll still cut it. It's all good. Still add a gunshot.
It's only 50 minutes.
Yeah, we're only 50 minutes in. So it might be less than 50. Okay. All right. Okay. Top 10 underrated sneakers
Actually,
to us.
I might have one honorable mention.
And now we did, and we only suggested doing underrated because the overrated list was pretty popular. People liked it, and a lot of people were asking, like, I'm dying to hear what the underrated list is.
Okay.
So, honorable mention, simple. What you got? I know you got a grip.
I have Hyperdunk 2008s. I have.
What?
I think Hyperdunk 2008s are awesome. Like, that's one of my favorite basketball shoes.
All right, whatever.
Looking of all time. That's not. The Jordan 1 UNCs. I think that's one of the best Jordan 1s that
All right,
isn't
I'm
OG
fine
color.
with that. I'm fine with that.
The Iverson question, I believe now is highly underrated.
Nah, it's overrated now.
You think it's overrated now?
They need to stop making them.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite shoes of all time.
It might have been underrated in '97.
And,
No, I think that's when it was the greatest.
And the LeBron,
Yeah, but nobody would. I mean,
Everybody
I don't
had them where
remember.
I lived.
Okay, what was the shoe thing?
everybody had them in where I lived.
the
too, and I
whole
lived in
the whole
Whiteville.
shoe thing was different back then because stuff wasn't selling out in 10 minutes.
That's true.
Things you could still go in the store later, go to East Bay or whatever later and get stuff. So yes, things are different. I still think at one point it was an underrated shoe. Now that it's made and the honeycomb's not even real, it's painted on.
That's true. Yeah. And then my last one is the LeBron Zoom Generation 1.
Why is that underrated?
I mean, nobody, like, when it came out, nobody's looking for it. Like, now
What?
nobody's
I
looking
can't.
A first
for Zoom Generation.
a specific color or the whole?
No,
shoe?
just the whole shoe.
Oh, all right. I mean,
I think that shoe
I
model-
like it. I mean, I like the shoe.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
If it's underrated.
Underrated.
I mean, if you're saying underrated from like a price standpoint, like they should be worth more than they are, then I can understand that.
I just
because
think, like,
they're
nobody,
not
like,
very high.
nobody is, like, checking for those. Like,
but they haven't re-retroed.
well, I understand that, but I'm saying, like,
Let them retro again. They'll fly.
You think so? All right. We'll see.
Actually, I don't know.
Well, you can't
I
say
don't think they
retro
would.
again because they never retro.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they would. I don't think they would fly if they retro.
I don't know.
Well, the wheat one would. I'll tell you that right
The
now.
wheat one would probably fly, but even those prices
yeah,
come
in
down
New
a
York,
lot.
son. That's the only place, son. It's going to play Dane. My honorable mentions. Futures 11s. Is that what those called?
Yeah.
I think those are very underrated. Like, they look crazy, but I've never seen anybody wearing them and thought they looked awful. I think they look better than 11s now.
I think maybe the first ones that came out, but like when they
Super
started
hyped.
coming out the lows and stuff like that, Dookie.
Actually, the
I think
lows
the
are
lows
better.
are dope. Yeah, like
They're all right.
the olive lows, I
So-
actually think are tight.
And AJKOs. AJKOs are one of the most underrated sneakers. This should be on my top list.
I'll give you AJ.
But I put it in there. AJKO is very underrated and
It
it's
is.
very disrespected. Them joints are. We got
but
raffle
they're
tickets.
bulky as hell.
They are, but they at least made AJKOs back in what 83, 85.
Yeah.
They made them. I don't understand
You got
why they're
ripped?
still sitting.
You got rips in there?
Yeah, right.
I told him to get some for you. He said, "F you."
What's your honorable mention? Say that. What's your honorable mention?
I put this on here just to spite you guys, and I know you're gonna hate it, and I don't care. Jordan 4 Cool Gray.
That shoe sucks. So it's not underrated. It's a overrated shoe.
I think it's overrated.
It's very underrated.
Let me
I
see
think
the
it's
pen.
overrated. People love that. I don't know about maybe like today, but last year people were dying for it.
Well, when they had the year where they were talking about retroing all the 4s, and everyone was going crazy about maybe
that's
the
right.
Lightning's coming out, maybe the Cool Gray's coming out, and 2017 maybe the year they come out. No one's talking about that shoe.
Eh.
Love it.
What you got? Bottom 5.
Bottom 5. You know I had to do it. Number 10, the Nike Zoom MVP, Steve Nash's. It's an underrated shoe.
Why?
Don't care.
Because it's, number one, it's probably one of the greatest basketball shoes ever made, period.
For what reason? Performance, or what are you saying?
Performance, yes. I've been playing in mine since 09. I buy pairs on eBay whenever I can for a reasonable price.
Don't care.
I think aesthetically, it's a nice shoe. The trash talk version is a dope shoe.
Is that the one made out of Dookie, or is that the other one?
I don't
There's
think
two.
one person knows what they look like
There's
just
two.
thinking about it.
Go look at it.
They
And especially look at the HOH Phoenix Suns version with the Steve Nash insignia on the back heel. Those shoes.
HOH existed
dope.
back then?
It did, yeah. That was 09.
What year did that? Really?
No, 2009.
In what cities?
That was
New York
back.
City?
That was back when it was
The
New York
first one?
City. That was back when it was New York City, Chicago, and L.A.
Yep.
It was just the three. So, number 9, I think both of you will agree with this, and it should retro. It needs to retro. The Nike Airworm.
Don't care.
You don't care? You're not buying it. If it comes out, you're not buying it.
Nope. You talking about the one with the zipper? Or
Yeah, the one with the zipper, the low with the zipper.
No, hell no.
I mean, I had 2 of them. Like, as of what? What was that? I had those joints.
You let Bill Shoe Hut.
The joints had mold on them.
If that comes
They
out,
were both DS.
if that comes out, I'm buying it. And I'm wearing it.
I would because I love them.
I love that shit.
But I don't know if they're underrated.
Don't care.
Who wants those shoes except for us two? Nobody.
I don't think a lot of people even know they exist.
That's probably true.
Like-
which is why it's underrated because it's
Well,
probably
obviously,
one of the,
no one under 30 knows they
Right.
exist.
Like, I don't even think a lot of people know what the Air Shakes are. The other ones I have,
That's true. Yeah.
they retroed them but made them.
What? Okay. Answer this because I know I've looked it up before, but I've never seen it. What is the DRC on the bottom? What does it stand for?
Something about
The DRC on the bottom.
you know on the sneakers,
D.R.C on the bottom on the sole,
sole
of
of
the shoe.
the
On
shoe.
the worm shoe or what?
Worm.
On
Worms.
Rodman's.
like that.
Dennis Rodman piece.
No. It's something that had to do with like outside court. I think I can't remember.
Probably durable rubber composite or something.
Something.
Like that.
Who knows?
All right, I didn't know.
used to
So
know.
I figured maybe my fellow sneakerheads would know.
What you
I'm
got?
sure that's what it was.
Number 8. I think this is a super highly underrated shoe. You guys won't agree. The Jordan 16. I think the Jordan 16 is. I love the fact that it has a
I
shroud
like
on
it.
it. You can
I
wear
camp
it
for it.
without, with or
Don't
without.
I camped for it.
Don't care.
I love the
Bulky.
Jordan 16.
Can't wear it
it's-
now.
Yes, it's bulky now.
But I did like the shoe.
Number 7. I hope Greg will agree with me. The Jordan Trainer V Cruise. The Victor Cruises.
Very underrated.
Highly underrated.
Very underrated.
Super underrated.
Very underrated.
Number 6.
You're talking about the one that just came out, right?
The only one.
All right.
Number
Very
6.
underrated.
To round out my bottom 5, I think the LeBron 2. I know you guys might.
Oh, those suck.
I like the LeBron 2.
I don't know why people like that.
I
People
like that
like
shoe.
that.
I do. I like that shoe. And because of people like you, I think it's underrated.
Okay. Number 10. I don't know what they were called. Those blue and yellow 4s in the Michigan colors that you wanted or you copped.
Which ones?
The leather ones.
Oh.
I think those
did
are
buy them and I
underrated.
returned them.
I think they're underrated. I think they're a great looking shoe.
There,
In hand.
there was like a name for it, Simple, one of
It
the
was.
5s that came with it.
What's that?
Those navy and
just came-
yellow,
they just came
you
out
know,
this
the
year.
Michigan color 4s.
And the low 5 white came out, and you said you wanted it above the rim, off the top.
Oh yeah.
Whatever they're
What are they
called.
called?
I can't remember.
The navy ones were called I think they're called like View from Above.
Something like that.
Views from the 6.
I think those are underrated. Number 9, D Rose 3 and 3.5.
Nope, trash.
You don't know what they look like.
I do
don't
know what they
care.
look like. That was the one that they did Nightmare
care.
Before Christmas.
Yes.
I don't
Yes.
care about any single Derrick Rose.
I
shoe.
love
Because
the Nightmare Before Christmas, but anything else was
that shoe model 3 and 3.5 was when Adidas had like, okay, this is an okay basketball shoe.
It was okay.
And then it just fell off the rails after that. Like they kind of got on track with that one. Trash. Although I did see the new D Rose in the store. Wasn't too bad.
It looks like a LeBron, right?
too high.
We
But it
talked about it
sucked.
before.
But
it looks
it
like a
sucked.
LeBron,
It's
right?
too high.
Yeah, kind of like
Yeah.
LeBron. It is too high.
It's for Dwight Howard. It should have been the Dwight Howard shoe.
It definitely ain't strong enough for Rose's body.
He needs it wrapped around his
Like
knees,
he needs to
okay?
play. Yeah, he needs
those KDs.
He needs Jeremy Scott to like do something to him.
He needs those KDs with the socks that go to your knee.
Number 8, Air Stabs, one of my favorite sneakers of all
fine
time.
with it.
Ooh, I forgot about that.
Very
I'm fine
underrated.
with it.
Super
I wouldn't put it on there,
underrated
but I'm
shoe.
fine
It's
with it.
very underrated.
That is a super underrated shoe.
Number 7, Kobe 11. I think it's very underrated. They shouldn't be sitting on shelves.
They should. That shoe. That's probably one of the better
Well,
Kobe's.
He's one of the
sucks
better
now,
ones.
so-
Yeah, but still, like 8s flew, 7s.
I need summer.
Flu.
I need the summer pack today. The ones that came out. If anyone has
those
those,
are
like
fire.
Those are
$24.
Yeah,
Let
those
me
are
know.
dope. Yeah, if you have them for $19.99.
All of them are fire. Kobe 11s are fire. The USA ones, you
USA
can't
ones are
say those
fire.
were tight.
I
Probably
think-
the best colorway.
I think the
I don't-
pack
but
that came
no,
out, like the
well-
Matt Parkers and the.
I think the one that does not have Flyknit looks better than the Flyknit one.
I do
the
too.
shape of
So
the
you're
shoe
like
is
the Carpe
better.
Diem? Like
Yeah,
the Carpe
like the
Diem
one,
ones?
the
Yeah.
one that came out today.
I do
I
love the
agree.
Carpe Diem
Whatever
ones.
it is.
I
What
think
is
the
it?
Carpe
Net.
Diems are firefighters.
What's that material?
Not
The-
Hyperfuse,
The
but
net material. Yeah.
whatever
The other
it
one.
is.
Yeah.
No, whatever it is. Though I do agree with you on that. Number 6, Jordan 2 lows. I think they're underrated.
Oh yeah, we'll never agree on that.
Yes,
we'll never.
Jordan Low 2s
suck,
are underrated.
Suck balls.
Yeah, but they like.
God, I forgot
I'm surprised you don't at least like the lows. Like they're not.
I think the lows are dope. Like
Never move for them ever.
You can't think that something else is underrated that might be on somebody's list if you don't think those are.
These are, first of all, I think all of us have the exact same number one.
I understand why you'd put it on the underrated list because it's a Jordan and really no one cares about it as far as like hype. But it wouldn't. I think they suck, so I wouldn't put it on underrated list.
Number 10, what's it called? Above the rim fours.
Above the rim force, yeah.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Top down
Views,
fours?
views from above.
Views from above fours. D Rose 3 and 3.5. 8, the air stabs. Love them, especially foot patrols. Number 7, Kobe 11s. They shouldn't be available like they are. And Jordan 2 lows is number 6. George.
All right, number 10. This is the shoe that's been on, I think, 2 of my lists already and stuff we talked about. But those Ronnie Fog, New Balance times Ronnie Fog 998, City Never Sleeps.
Balls.
Which one is that?
Those are dope in my opinion. The one that's like
The blue
dark blue.
Oh, you love those.
Yeah.
Loves them.
Underrated.
Have you seen them in person?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Underrated.
All sex.
don't know.
Underrated. I mean, it's number 10.
Dang, is that HOA? Is that your 11? Is that your ones? Band ones in the room, fam. Go ahead.
That was number 10. Number 9, Air Max 90 Flyknits, the one that just came out. Very underrated. Can't believe people are buying those for under retail.
Those are dope. Those are like $79 dope though. Those are $69 dope.
All right, that's enough out of you.
They're not what you pay for them dope. So.
Okay, that's one of the most comfortable Nike shoes you ever put on your foot, and the design with the Flyknit is better than the original.
Guess
shoe.
you hate Lunars now.
It probably has
Turn your
Lunar
back.
inside
Turn
of
your
it.
back. Turn your back on Lunars. That's messed up, fam.
It probably has Lunar in the
Okay.
insole.
We won't tell Lunars.
Number 8, the Uncaged Ultra Boost, except the Olive, because the Olive is really the only one that's sold out. All those other ones are sitting, and they have no business sitting. Why is that shoe sitting?
I think the actual uncaging of an Ultra Boost looks 10 times better than the
When I
uncaged
went to go get a raffle ticket for Finish Line, the girl that worked there was like, "Oh, my Ultra Boosts are the best, but the Uncaged, no, those are stupid." I was like, "What?" I don't understand that either.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. People were uncaging the other ones.
But they do look better. Like an uncaged Ultra Boost, like an actual Ultra Boost uncaged looks way better than the actual uncaged. The uncaged Ultra Boost looks like those Nike Free Flyknits that came out. Like it's the same shoe with better technology on the sole.
Okay, so it's not the same
Midsole.
shoe then.
They look the exact same.
What you got?
All right, number 7, the Air Flare. Shout out to Andre Agassi.
Oh,
Okay.
Underrated completely. Maybe it's
think
because
so.
it hasn't.
You didn't buy it.
wait, which one's the
It
flare?
did too. It just came out last year,
Oh yeah, last year. That's right.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't care about
14, I
those.
think.
and you didn't move
Into
for
14.
them at all.
Well, that was in the period when I wasn't buying anything.
You better
And
go
it's
hop
one of
on
those-
Jimmy Jazz and cop them.
It's one of the shoes, like you said, that's like $60, $70.
It is.
Number 6, I'm sure you guys will hate this. I don't care. I don't think it's discussed enough. The Asics times Ronnie 5 Gel Light 5 Cove. You guys own them, I think, or one of you does.
I like those shoes. That's not underrated.
Oh.
I can't. Yes, it
love
is
it.
underrated.
People
What are you
love
talking
it.
about? That shoe is selling for like $50 over retail right now. Where on all the other Ronnie
The
5s
Gel Light
are like
5s?
double price.
The Gel Light 5?
Yes.
I like the mint better, but I'll give you that.
No, shut up. All right, so 10 was Air Max 90 Flyknit, the one that just came out. I don't know how those are sitting, why they're sitting.
So nobody
Should
likes
be
them but you.
blowing out.
They should
Okay.
be $49.
Yeah, okay. Or no, number 10 I think maybe was the 998 Ronnie Fog City Never Sleeps. The number 9 was the Flyknit Air Max 90. Number 8 Uncaged Ultra Boost, except the olive one.
Olive
7
ones own.
Air Flare. What?
Olive ones are the best.
What?
The olive ones are the best.
That's why I'm not including it on the list.
But they're
you
still
moron.
sitting, you moron.
No, they're not.
they're
The
not.
olive's sold out everywhere. That's the only one that's sold out of all those colors.
I guess I should have copped them for retail then.
7 Air Flare, 6 A6 Ronnie 5 Gel Light 5 Cove.
Okay.
Sample, top 5.
Top 5. Number 5, the Fila Grant Hill 2.
Don't care.
That's a super underrated shoe. It's like a
You've had it
that
on your
shoe
list
is like
on
a
something
pop
else.
icon.
I don't care.
It's a what?
It's like a pop icon. That shoe was a pop icon. It was on its own Teen Bop magazine.
That fart was a pop icon.
Yeah, you better chill out.
I
I
don't
farted.
know.
Y'all almost rioted.
I don't know. Underrated.
You don't think it's underrated? You love that shoe.
I
You
love
wanted
it.
to put it in the Hall of Flames. You don't think it's underrated at all?
I don't know. Depends on definition of underrated.
Okay.
I think people want it. They're just not buying it.
Number 4, the Agassi LWP.
That's what you guys love. I don't love it.
That's a super underrated shoe. It needs to come back out. Do you agree?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I haven't.
That's like the only bonding thing that George and I have.
I
is the
haven't
Agassi
gotten to my
LWP.
list yet.
Is the only thing that we agree on, except for like lunch sometimes.
What else?
Number 3, the Barkley CB94s.
I had a feeling there'd be a bunch of Barclays on it.
There's one Barkley. Only the
You
Barkley
think it's
CB94s.
underrated?
I do. I mean, it came out and sat everywhere. Like, that shoe should have flown off shelves.
Yeah, but it's a boot.
I guess it is now. But
Like, now
to
it's a
me,
boot.
It hurts my feelings to walk into a store and to see that shoe sitting. Number 2, I think this is probably the best training shoe, the best cross-training shoe of all time, the Nike Zoom Revises. Super underrated.
You have that. You
that's
have
a
that.
good one.
Wait.
Super underrated.
Well, I'm fine with it, but you have that over the cruise, which you lost your mind over, and like.
Yeah, but he bought
You
every
might as
single
well
piece
have-
on Earth.
You might as well have sex with the cruise.
Doubles
Like, that's-
I have doubles, triples of almost every
single
Revis
Revis.
You
that
probably
came
have.
out.
You probably have the same with the.
I have
cruises,
doubles
too.
of cruises.
Exactly.
But Zoom
Look at your
Revises,
face.
but
You
Zoom
were just like, oh, I get it right.
But Zoom Revises, that's one of the greatest training shoes, the greatest cross trainers of all time. I remember
I
getting
mean, it's super comfortable. I have mine
remember
boxed
getting
up.
my-
I haven't worn them in so long.
I
don't know
remember
why.
getting my fur Revises and wearing them in the mall, and people were breaking their necks looking at them. Like,
Maybe I should wear
before
them
they
then.
came out. That shoe, comfort,
Breaking
style.
necks.
Yes,
Yeah.
when they first released on Champs, I got them. It was like I wore them to
what
the mall.
colorway? No,
the
he's-
fur
he's
green.
not wrong
The
because-
Jets green and white.
Okay, that one sucks. I didn't buy that one. He's not
That didn't
wrong
suck.
because
That didn't suck.
What-
and the
what
cool
didn't
gray
suck?
ones,
The jet
were
green one.
even more
that
fire
sucks.
flames.
compared to the like white and black or whatever the first colorway was. I wore those to the mall to get Jordan 1s, and some dude was like, "Oh my god!"
Yes,
what
people
are
were going.
those?"
People were
Yeah.
stopping
He ain't
me
lying
in
about
Fiesta
that.
Mall. Like, what are those? Where'd you get those? How'd you get those?
I'll say they're underrated because they went to like $50 and $49 and
I
still
was buying
sat.
them from outlets on for $33.97 on phone order.
So that one's
Super
Well, the
underrated.
thing that was lame was like it went to that Champs in like New Jersey or whatever that was supposed to be the NFL champ. You know
Yes.
that first.
Oh, that's
like,
right.
Yes.
And like they got special ones that no one else got
With the laces,
Like,
yeah.
Why?
Yeah, they got
So
like
stupid.
they got like the fur greens with like the candy cane laces. Number one,
I'm gonna have to look this colorway up.
I think most of us can agree. Number one is the Jordan 1 Lows. The Jordan 1 Lows is probably the most underrated shoe ever. I don't know how it doesn't sell out.
There's one that on my list that beats that, but
What?
it is on
Really?
the list.
All right.
What?
Well, I can't wait to hear what your number
How is
one
it not on your list?
Oh no, it's my number one.
What is?
Oh man, you just
Jordan
ruined your
1
whole
Low.
list.
It has to be number one on yours.
No,
George.
it's not.
all
You'll
right.
see when we get there, but
All
it's
right.
not.
Number 5, Prestos. I think Prestos
Oh,
are
yeah, I'm fine
underrated.
with it. Yeah, I actually like those
I like
Flying It High
all of
that
them,
came out.
but I think the price is a little high on them.
Is this what he's talking about?
No, we have those.
I don't have those ones.
Oh, we
That's
have
not what he's talking about?
No, he's talking about the ones that have like candy cane red laces. They're different. No, we got those. Number 5, Prestos. Number 4, I'm gonna say Roshi runs.
This?
No,
That's
it's a
the one that
different
I had that I wore to the mall. and
We
the
all
dude
had
was
that one
like-
too.
Okay, yeah. So
I don't know which one he's talking about. I think Roshi runs are underrated. There's no reason why they still shouldn't be like dope. Like they're making flight. They got Flyknit versions. They're still under $100. Some of them are. The Flyknits are like 120. They got multicolor ones. They should still be dope
So
to
they
keep
went
everybody.
from, so they went from everyone wanted them to
like,
overrated
nothing.
to now they're underrated.
Well, no, I never said they were
He
overrated.
said Roshi runs.
No, I never said Roshi runs are overrated. They've never
No,
been.
but
Roshi
they,
runs are not
but they,
underrated.
They were though.
Roshi runs are where they should be.
But you might not have thought they were overrated, but they were at some point. That's what
They
I'm saying.
were.
So they went from like everyone wanted
They
them
did, and
to
it fell off.
overrated, and now they're underrated.
I think they should still be just as sought after. I think there's too many
What
colors.
about the Roshi Run 2?
I don't even know what that looks like.
What about the Roshi
sure you've seen
Run
it.
hiking
Oh,
shoes?
the new ones, the leather. I don't know.
I'm sure you've seen it. Which Revis are you talking about, by the way? Because I showed him 2 pictures and he said neither one.
Hold on.
There's only one Revis.
Number 3.
You mean which colorway?
Yeah, which colorway, you freak?
The colorway that I wore was the fur, the green and white, the Jets colorway. They're called the Revis Zoom Revis Fur.
This?
Yes, that one.
And you think that's the best one?
No, I don't think that's the best one. That's the one that I wore that people were losing their minds over before they like came out to the public.
All right.
It's all right.
The Cool Grays is the best one, I think.
Number 3.
No,
Cool Grays.
The Volts.
Volts
Volts are the best one. Volts and Cool Grays.
Which Volts?
The ones you just showed me with the Volt strap.
Those are the best one.
This right here?
Yes.
No.
That's the best one.
No, it's not.
It is. The worst one is those all blue
The
ones.
Talaria one is better.
All right, number 3. AirTech Challenge 2s. Those are very underrated.
Yeah. Oh, you don't want to pick a specific color?
Lavas.
Kumquats, lavas, all of them.
All right.
Like
All right.
People did go nuts for the lavas when they were released.
And then
they did, and then they
now they're
like
$12.
retroed again.
Part of that probably had to do
They
with
retro like
the soul.
number 2,
Easy.
Adidas SL loops. Those are
No.
very underrated.
I don't think so.
Why not?
Dookie
They're
trash.
low top.
They suck.
They go with everything.
I have 2 pairs and I haven't put them on my feet.
You must got whack colorways.
I got black and white.
Those are whack colorways.
The red ones suck so much balls.
Oh, the all red ones, those are different. Those are SL
You were
loop
obsessed with
TRs.
those.
Yeah, but I didn't know they were like a trail version. Those are trail versions, and then there's a regular version. I have the regular version. No, they don't.
Yeah, but
Dude.
you
No,
don't
they
even care about them.
You don't even care. Like, why?
I wear mine. What are you talking about?
When was the last time you wore a
You
pair?
don't care
I
about
don't know. When was the last time I wore anything?
flames right there.
You wore those Vans 4 times at the sneak diffs.
Flames.
I wore these Vans probably
Big
like
Apples are
15
dope.
times.
Yeah, did you cop those?
Yeah, I got 2 pairs,
me
3
see.
pairs of Big Apple.
Let me see.
You
Big
know
Apple
what it
Revis.
is?
No, I don't know what it is.
The Big Apple Revis, the red with the black strap.
Oh yeah, I got those still. Number 1, Jordan 1 lows. Period. All right. There's no reason for anybody to lose their minds over highs
No.
and not like the lows. They came out with Royals. They came out with Shadows. They came out with Chicago's. They came out with Breads, and they're sitting everywhere
They came
on
out with
sale.
Euro
everywhere.
Grays. They came out with metallic blues.
Shut up,
They came out with everything.
Everything.
Red, white.
So you're the only one that
You're,
got the,
you're a jerk.
the grays in here.
You're a jerk. Simple.
What you got?
Doubles on the grays.
You're a jerk.
Triples.
Number 5, Air Challenge LWP, any color.
Should have been higher.
Any color, even though
How
black
can
and
you?
copper.
I told you to cop the gray 1 lows for
Simple,
like
what are you
$49 on eBay, and you're like, nah, fam, too much.
No, you didn't. What are you
I've
talking
sent you
about?
12 gray
They were
lows.
$69.
I've sent you 12 gray lows like 100 times in a group chat.
These are facts.
No, you
and
haven't.
And you
Yes, he
passed
has.
No,
every
you
time.
haven't.
These are, it's a fact.
100% fact.
Because I was like, oh, I thought you copped them.
There's literally 2 pairs of 12s that have been on eBay for the entire time, like the last
sent you
2
one that was
years
like
or whatever.
89
but
bucks.
he sent like a couple.
Maybe if
size
it was, like,
12s.
beat or something.
No, they weren't beat.
They were like,
and I was
There
like,
ain't no
2-3
way I
times.
wouldn't have bought that.
You, yes.
I thought you did, and you said you didn't. I was like,
No,
the
it
heck?
must have been beat.
No,
there
no,
ain't
no.
no way.
They weren't beat.
Number 4, AirTech Challenge 2, U.S. Open colorway, the first one, and the Wimbledon colorway, the first one.
They're not underrated.
Yes, they are.
If
sell
you
for like
can't find them on Earth,
$500.
No one, but that's the whole thing. If you can't find them, then nobody's talking about it. Very underrated.
Because everybody's wearing them or selling them for.
but I figure if no one,
No,
I figure,
they're not selling them for that price. That's the point. You can't find them anywhere.
I figured that means they're not underrated. Like no one's gonna sell their pairs.
Yeah, I think that's.
If no one's talking about it and no one's trying to sell them for $1,000 or $500 or whatever, that to me that means it's underrated.
The only ones that I've seen
I
for
feel
sale
like that
are
means
like
that they're
$500.
fire.
Yeah.
Like literally, no one's talked about them since the release happened because they only came out at one store and that was it.
Yeah, but
they're fire.
I figure like if you can't
It
find
doesn't
them,
mean you can't be fire and underrated. What are you talking about?
That's like
we're
saying-
not,
that's
we're
like
not
saying-
putting shoes on our list that
That's like
suck,
saying that
are
undefeated
underrated.
4s are underrated because nobody sells them.
No, that's not. That's
Well,
completely
you
different.
think Jordan
Undefeated
2
4 sells for $30,000?
you think Jordan 2 lows suck.
No, I didn't say they suck. They're not for me.
I think they're underrated.
Yeah, that's fine. I told
But
you. I told you on that shoe. I understand why.
I figure like the ATCT Wimbledon, ATCT2, ATC2, whatever. I feel like if like you can't find them, that means like they're just that much fire. Like
if there were pairs floating around everywhere for $1,000 and people were paying it, then I would understand what you're saying. But you can't find them.
Exactly, because when
they're keeping them.
because they're keeping them, and when they do sell, they
That
do
doesn't
sell
mean
for
they
like.
can't be underrated, though. Just because people are keeping them.
I don't know. I guess. I mean, I don't know.
That's not something to me that would mean it's overrated or properly rated. Means that there's actually pairs out there being sold for $1,000 or $500 or whatever the number is. You can't even find them.
I think that means they're like a Hall of Flames.
They are
They
Hall
might
of
be Hall
Flames,
of
but they
Flames,
still
yeah.
can be underrated too. That's what doesn't make any sense.
I have a question for you guys after we're done. By the way,
All right, number 2, Or no, number 3. Sorry, Jordan Team 1. Got to be on there. Completely underrated. No one even talks about it. They came back out and they've.
Yeah, I was gonna text you because they have them at Marshall's by my house for $39.99.
You should have just bought them for me and not even text them. It's $40. Pay you back later. Jordan Team 1. Doesn't matter what color. The first, the black and white and the white and black. First 2, I have both. Super dope. If they were cheaper when they came back out,
I just think when they retroed again, a lot of people didn't even know what they were. I think only us.
Younger people don't. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, they looked, to me, when the retro came out, it looked more bulky than it did when it first came out.
I thought it looked the same, but it looked
weird.
cheaper.
Well, that too. But it looked, to me, it looked like something was bigger or something. Number 2. Yes, pause. Number 2, Jordan 1 Low, OG, any color. You guys already both put it number 1 on your list.
What is your number 1?
I don't know why you didn't have it on your list, but number 2,
What?
any Jordan 1 Low, OG, any color.
You had it on the
matter.
list?
That's my number 1.
No, not that. The number 1 that I have. Number 1 is Air Max 90 Hyperfuse Infrared. By far the most underrated shoe of all time.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
I don't consider it most underrated. I consider it more important as far as a monochrome sneaker than red Yeezys. It's the most important monochrome sneaker of all time.
Not the red one, infrared.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
Oh, yeah.
You're right.
Exactly.
No.
Yes. Underrated. It's been number 1 on your best shoe of all time list. Most people don't even care about it.
It's
like, I don't care
1A.
about
Yes. Air Max 90 Hyperfuse
You have any?
Infrared.
Yeah, I've got Hyperfuse.
Flames.
It's actually, you're right.
Flames.
Now, number 1A. I don't know, man.
Hey, I'm fine with putting Jordan OG 1 Low number 1. I'm fine with it, but that shoe needs to be right there.
It's very underrated.
So I have a question. Since we're talking about underrated and somebody brought up a shoe that you never see for sale anymore, whatever happened, and I hate to bring it up because we bring it up, whatever happened to the Dornbecker What the Dunk?
Oh my God.
The Dornbecker What the Dunks that they auctioned off last year. I have not seen a pair for sale since the auctions.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't think I have either. Does anybody own those?
I have no idea. I've never seen a pair, and I haven't heard anything about a pair since the auctions ended.
Because there's definitely none on Flight Club.
No, but I think there's only 1 per size run, or maybe 2 per size. So there's maybe only like 10 or 20 pairs in existence.
God, that was.
I didn't even know that existed.
No, you did.
You did. We talked about
maybe
it.
at the time.
You did at the time.
It was that one where like everybody trolled Nike, and the pairs after a couple hours of bidding, all of them were at like a couple $100,000, and then Nike cut the auctions and restarted them the next day
Because everybody was just bidding like crazy.
The lowest price that one sold for was $10,100.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what happened? Everybody just threw them in cases, I guess, in their houses or in their businesses or whoever bought them. Because I have not seen a pair for sale or heard anybody say anything about them since the auctions ended.
Yeah, these suck. I mean, I'm glad. Good job making money for the hospital. Shout out, but these suck.
God bless.
That's literally like a staple topic on the podcast. God, I hope my voice doesn't sound too crazy on this. Anything else?
I think that's all. Thanks for listening. Click those likes. Give us comments.
Subscribe.
Feedback. Subscribe.
USC Alabama on Saturday.
USC Alabama on Saturday.
Football game this season.
We only have to suffer through one more week of preseason football, then it's on to the real life.
Ain't nobody watching preseason football, son. This is opening college football.
I'm watching both.
Who watches college
The Redskins went to the Bucks tonight, and 27 players didn't even get on the plane to go.
I'm still watching it. But college football is king this weekend. Facts.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for Colin Kaepernick and the latest saga.
All right. Is this the sneak diss?
That's the sneak diss.
Bing, 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 boing.